Hello all, good evening. Today we are going to learn the most important topic, that is how to deal with the put and patch, and what is the difference between post and put, and what is the difference between the put and patch, and lots of interesting things. And remember, this is the most important interview question. Definitely, whenever you attend an interview and whenever you mention like I know the REST API, definitely they will ask this question. Just tell me what is the difference between the post and put, and tell me in which situation we need to use a put and in which situation we need to use a patch. And sometimes they will ask you to just build the express server with these routes and just explain. So if you are able to explain in detail with proper, definitely uh, you will get a good impression from the interviewer. Okay, without wasting time, let's jump into the topic. Okay, before that, I will take the confirmation from the students who joined here. Okay, hello team, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Who
sir.
are there who are watching the live, just click on that like button so that it will reach to more people. And so if you're watching this live, I've mentioned the meeting link in the description. You can join the live with us. Thank you. And now let's jump into the topic. So far we understand, and even we have done some routes with get and post. Okay, normally we know that as a CRUD operations. Okay, CRUD like CRUD, right? Tell me what is C stands for?
Create,
Create. R stands for
read,
U for update, and D for
update, delete.
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 Everyone knows this. Everyone knows this. So, and not only these four methods, HTTP has few more methods actually. HTTP has, apart from post, get, put, and delete, HTTP has patch, okay, and merge. Okay, few more things. Today we are going to cover a patch also, but before that, we should understand few more interesting things. Okay, this we will use the post method to create a resource. That means to create a new resource, and we will use the get to read the specific resource, or if you want to read all the user details or the post details, you can deal with that. And most of you already aware that the put method we will use it for update, and delete method, it's naturally everyone knows that it is useful for delete. Okay, here I will tell you one interesting thing. So I think only few students know that we can create a new resource with the help of put method also. What I'm saying? So normally we use post method to create a new resource, right? Yes, that's absolutely true. But the same time, with the help of put method also, we can create a new resource. This is the most important point we should mention in the interview. Okay, how it is possible to create a new resource with the help of put and everything we are going to learn. And anyone knows about this patch method? Anyone? Did you aware of this patch method? So we have a patch method, okay, to update a resource. Update a resource. Okay. So if we have already put method to update the resource, and why we need an extra method, that is patch, to update a resource. So here the interesting thing is, whenever we use the put, we can update the resource, but we should mention all the details, all the properties of that object. Okay, I will tell you with one simple example, okay, so that you will understand easily. So let's take same JSON placeholder, come, and let's take the same examples, that users. Okay, users. So if you see, this is a particular user, one user, right? Okay, I'm just taking one user. Even let me add /1 so that it will return one user details. So Suppose if you want to update, so you have created a new resource with the help of post method. You have created a new resource with the help of post method, but you by mistake you have done some something wrong at a username. So actually username is Brett Lee, but by mistake you have updated, like you have created resource with a Brett, but you want to update this resource. You want to update this resource. So we have two methods. One is a put, another one is a patch. But whenever if you want to update a already existing resource with the help of put method, we need to pass all the information of that particular resource. Okay, I want to update only username, that is from Brett to Brettley. So if you use the put method, okay, not only that username, we should pass all the information. Okay, and whenever, but that is not a good thing, right? So if you want to update one resource, one property, if you want to pass all the properties, it's not a good thing. So for that to solve that problem, we have another method that is called patch. So whenever you want to update only a specific property, so we need to use the patch method. Okay, so now just tell me, like, you understand, uh, like at least theory wise or not?
Yes, sir, got it. So input we need to
Yes, sir.
update whole array or something.
Yeah, suppose
And
object is there.
okay,
Okay, suppose this object has this, for example, 10 properties. Okay, 10 properties. Okay, you want to update one property. If you want to update one property, what will happen? If you use a put, you should pass all the 10 properties information. That will be heavy, right? But if you want to update one property, it's better to use the patch method. So patch will allow us to update only one property, like name. Suppose from Brett to Brettley, you can update. That's the fundamental difference between the put and patch. Got it?
yes, sir.
Everyone,
Yes, sir.
now who are watching this video in a
Yes,
YouTube,
sir.
Yes, sir.
understood or not? So in interview, definitely they will ask this question: what is the difference between the put and patch? Sorry for the background noise, I can't avoid it. Okay. What I'm saying? Yeah, that is the difference between the put and patch. Okay, now
Sir,
tell
with
me.
put we cannot save one step.
Yeah, we cannot say we cannot update one property. Suppose if you have 100 properties, even though you are not updating, you are not changing the value of all 100 properties, uh, but you should pass all the information. That is the headache in a put. Okay, got it?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, but why put is behaving like that? Why? Because why we need to use put every time we can go with the patch, right? Yeah, if you want to update only one or two properties in that 100 properties, yes, absolutely, we can go with the patch method. But there are some instances, if you want to update lots of resources, lots of properties, at the time we can go with a put. But here, there is one extra advantage, right? What is that extra advantage? We can update a resource with the help of patch and put, but you can't create a new resource. We can't create a new resource with the help of patch. But here we can create a new resource. But what is the need of creating a new resource? Because if I want to create a new resource, we can go with the post method, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
But why we need to use put method to create a new resource? Any guesses?
I think put will replace the whole. I mean, if there is any specific object, so put replace whole object. So it's like a creating new object inside the whole array. I think.
Mm, 30 to 40% correct, but that's not exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, you're almost there. Just try to think one more next level. You can find the answer.
We want to add some another property to the object.
Mhm. So if you want to add a new property, yeah, you can use update. Update means even you can add a new properties. There is nothing wrong in that. I will tell you. I will tell you one thing. Suppose, for example, there are 10 items. Each and every item that is following the IDs as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 10. Okay, here observe carefully. This is very very interesting. So you want to update user with ID 2. So that what you will do? Users forward slash ID, and you can use put method, put method, so that if you pass the entire object with updated properties, so that it will update at the same place. It's not going to delete or something. It will update in the same place in the memory, okay, in the database or something. So, but here what will happen? Suppose if you have given, suppose there are only 10 items are there in the database, and which IDs are from 1 to 10. 1 to 10. Suppose if you have given, suppose 12. Okay, now tell me what should happen actually. What should happen if you pass a 12 as a ID to update?
It will create a new
It
ID.
will create.
Yeah. And normally, so we will validate, right? Whether the user ID is valid or not. It will check. Okay, we will apply find on that particular array of items, and we will check whether we have a item with a ID is equal to 12. So definitely we can't find it. At the time, what this put will do now? Okay, hey Raghu, you try to update a resource with a particular ID, but if that ID is not available, what I will do? What I will do? I don't send you that, okay, resource is not available, that's why it is not found or something. No. What I will do? I will create a new resource. Got it? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So if the resource is already available with that particular ID, yes, it is going to update the entire that o- object or a value in that particular array or database. Okay, but if you can't find the server, if server understand that, okay, there is no record or resource found with this particular ID in that particular user's details, so what it will do, it will simply create a new resource with ID 12. Okay, that's the super important thing we should understand when it comes to the put. Okay, now you got the clarity, what is post and what is get and what is put and what is patch and what is delete.
Got it, sir.
Sir,
Okay, this is the very very simple thing. Okay, so who are watching this video now, just add a comment that understand the difference between put and patch and post and put. Okay, this is the fundamental differences. Okay, and we are going to build it actually. Okay, as a backend developer, we should we should follow these rules and regulations. Okay, once you are creating a route with a put and patch, that should follow these rules and regulations. If I use a put, and if a resource is not available, I should take care that, okay, we need to create a item in that array. So well, if you are using a patch method, if you don't find that particular ID, simply we should replay that, okay, 404, that resource not found, I can't update it. If it is available, yes, we can update it. Okay, now are you ready to implement express.js server with a put and patch, and we can understand the difference between those things in a real-time experience. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So now
Yes, sir.
already I opened the VS Code. In the last session, we understand how to deal with a delete. Okay, delete is very simple. That's why I explained before that. Put. So now we are doing app dot. First, we can deal with the put, and even for put also, even if you want to update anything, any resource, definitely you should pass some unique ID, right? So that here, of course, we are dealing with the users, and what we need to do, the user should pass ID. User should pass the ID, and based on that ID, I will validate. If it is there, I will update. Otherwise, I will create a new resource. So this is request, comma, response, and here we already users are there. So first, what we need to do, we need to check whether the user is available with that particular unique ID coordinate.
ID.
So here, what I'm doing. So first, what is our responsibility? Just explain here. We need to do what we should implement the logic. So first, suppose we have array of items. We have array of items. So we need to find out the index of that particular item in that array. If you got the index of that particular item, suppose if the index number is 1 or 2 or something, so we need to replace the entire item with a new item. If it is not available, or if you don't find that resource, we are going to push the new item. So here what I'm doing, I will find the index. Index means if you got greater than or equal to 0, that means the resource is available. So I'm going to update it with the object which user will pass it. Suppose if it returns, if you got the index number as -1, the -1 means the resource is not available at the time. What I will use, so simply users dot push, right, the new resource. And here the who are consuming your, who is using this API, they should follow the rule that they should pass what, entire object. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
If you didn't understand, ask me, I will explain. So who is consuming the API? Suppose if you have build a React application or a Next.js application or an Angular application and you are using these REST APIs, right? So at the time, you should pass the entire resource whenever you are using a put request. Okay, put. Okay, fine. I hope you understand. So here, what I'm doing, so I'm just first I will find out the index. So here the constant index. Okay, suppose if anyone watching this video first time, we are using user details from the JSON placeholder. Okay, JSON placeholder is there now. We just copied the same user details. Suppose if you have a confusion, okay, I will copy one more time for you. Because I think in the last session we have updated few details, right? So let me take the entire array again. Okay, these are the user details. It's throwing an error. Pretty is okay, I will explain what is pretty. So here the array is users dot, tell me anyone what I need to write here.
Item.id.
Triple equal to Why it's not showing? ParseInt. I'm not sure. Request dot. Tell me, params dot ID or not?
ID.
Here
Yes, sir.
we should convert it, right? Because it will come in the form of string, so that parsing. I'm not sure why it was not showing. So if you are doing, if you have done a good practice last few session, definitely you are 100% familiar with the syntax what I'm writing. So here simply the users is array, and we are just applying the find method, okay, predefined array method, and we are passing a callback function that is like item ID. It will check each and every item ID with this request.params.id, because we should pass the ID in the URL. So here two things. Okay, first we need to check if user is available. If you got index number 0, 1, 2, 3 or something, any positive number with 0 including 0, so definitely that is the proof that you have an item. So if index number greater than or equal to, that means the resource is there. So here simply what I'm doing, so maybe you can do in a many ways, but here what I'm doing, simply observe carefully. So if we got the index number like 3, that means the item, the user is sitting in that array at index number 3. So I'm going to update the entire object with a new resource. So if you see what I'm doing, so here index, so the rule is the user should send a entire object, right? So that I'm just taking entire object, where he will attach that entire object, whether it will come from params or body. Tell me.
I think from body.
Body, because yeah, the data payload always will come in the form of body. So in the body you will get entire object, so that I'm just going to update this particular item at this index with a coming incoming object. Is it right or wrong?
Right, sir.
Because user is sending entire object, right? Whether you want to change one property or two property or 10 properties or all the properties, doesn't matter. So if he is using put, that means he should, that is his responsibility to send all the details of that particular user, so that I'm not going to cross check anything. So I will just update blindly. Of course, in future, in coming days, like maybe after 1 week, we are going to implement validations, and whenever we are going to save this data in a database, okay, we are going to do a validations before taking any action. Okay, right now, to make it simple, I'm not putting any validation. Right now, we are trusting the client that the client is going to send entire data. Suppose if by mistake client is not going to send entire resource data at the time, this is going to be a blunder. So once we implement the validations, it will be fine. Okay, right now, make it simple. So once you understand the fundamentals, then we can implement all the validations. So here, else means, tell me what else means? Resource is there or not?
Not.
Resource is
Not
not there. So that what we need to do? What we need to do?
create
We
create a
should
new.
we should create item. So create means how we will create a new item?
Push.
Yes,
Using
that's users dot push, and just pass the entire body. Right now I'm just trusting the client, he's going to send. And don't forget to send a response, right? So here what we need to do? Response dot send, response dot send. Tell me what we can pass it.
Updated.
Updated. So it's better to return a updated resource, right? So users of that particular index. So if it is updated, so if you send the same updated details though, so that you will understand that okay, yes, that's the confirmation that yes, it is updated. That's why I'm just passing after updating the user's details, and I'm just sending to the client for the confirmation. So here what we can do, response dot send what, tell me what, which is good, whether we can pass the same updated user details or just we can give a simple confirmation.
We can give a simple confirmation, or we can send a full index name like users.
Okay, what is your choice in that?
Simple this also
Okay.
confirmation.
Yeah. Whenever we are building the real-time application, then we can take good decisions, right? Okay, no problem. So the user is simple. I'm just giving a generic message. User is not available, so that we created new resource. Okay. Is it good? The user is not available at that particular index number, like that. Okay, simple. Just let make it simple. Okay. Okay, fine. But what I'm going to do here, let's do console.log, because we should have a confirmation, right, whether it is updated properly or not. So I'm just putting all the users details before sending here also. So if it is already there, we should get that user detail, updated user details in the same position. If not there, we should get the new user at the maximum index number, so that we can cross check. Okay. So now, any questions, or are you happy with this code? Is it okay,
Yes, sir.
or we did
So
any mistakes? Hopefully no. Let's see. If we have done any mistake, definitely our server will throw an error. So node index, so that our application is going to up and running at localhost 3000. So already we have 10 resources, right? Already we have 10 resources, that is users details with ID 1, 2, something like that. So now tell me which item we can update. They will go with the Bradley or Antonotti. Okay, let's go with the Samantha. Okay, so I'm just copying the same resource. Okay, so we need to update it. So tell me which method we need to use.
put.
Put.
Put
What is the resource ID? 3, right?
Yes.
And the body we should pass entire object.
Object.
But here just remember we should pass in a JSON format. Okay, JSON, so that always these keys also should be in double quotations. Okay, this is 100% we should take care of. Okay, that body parser will convert this JSON into a normal object and it will handle in the background. Okay, right now don't worry about it, just make it always, even whenever you are sending any request, you're passing a payload to the server, always make sure use the JSON format. That's why we will use a JSON.stringify method. Okay, just a minute. I think lots of properties are there. Just bear with me. Oh my God, still there? Why it is showing an error? I did properly.
comma, sir.
Commas, no problem. Yeah, we can have a commas. Yeah, we should have a comma. Okay, 1 minute. Raw. This is a JSON format. This is the body. That is fine. Mm, maybe I missed any semicolon. Sorry, curly. Delete this because it's a big object. 1 minute. So ID is the name, email ID. Here it's opening, here it's closing. Geo, it's opening, here it's closing. Maybe if it is not going to accept, okay, unnecessary commas. Maybe. Okay. Yeah, that's you are correct because JSON format is somewhat strict on using commas. Okay, right now it is perfect, and I want to update. Just tell me what are the details we can update. Okay, Samantha.
Yeah,
Samantha like
username.
okay, username Samantha. What's the full name of Samantha heroine? Samantha Prabhu or I
Yeah.
don't Samantha Prabhu.
Ritu Prabhu.
Samantha Ritu Prabhu. Okay, maybe. Okay, here I want to update the email ID also. Samantha .net. What else the name? Street. She's there in Hyderabad. But I'm just hiding like Banjara Hills or something. Hopefully over there in India, hopefully people knows about Samantha. Okay, this is enough. This is enough for now. Okay, because this is the existing detail, and we should because of course we didn't apply a validation. Just right now, just trust that okay, user should sign the full details. If by mistake, if we do mistakes, right now we can't handle it. Later we can handle it. Okay. Now, how many of you are confident that it is going to work properly?
It should work.
It should work. It should work. Yes. So let's go and keep. Oh, it looks like we got an error. Okay, fantastic. Looks like we got an error. What's the error? Cannot put users /3. Yeah. Users only. Let's see. Yeah, what's the mistake? Definitely, I did some mistake. Maybe. Yeah, this is the put and we should have another /. Here. Okay, that's my fault. Control C. Clear. Node index. Okay, we should always careful because if you do practice properly, if you understand the concept properly, then only we can avoid the mistakes. Otherwise, we will do lots of mistakes. Okay, let's like of course this is the same. Yeah, the user is oh my god, user is not available, so that we created new resource. Again, I did some mistake. User ID is 3. User ID is 3. By what? Users dot find item arrow mark item dot id parse int parse request dot params dot id. Why? Okay, let's do some. Let's see what is the index number it is getting. Some blunders are happening. Yeah, if you know the answer, if you already got the mistake, let me know. Server is up and running. Okay, let's see whether it is giving put method localhost 3000. Of course, it is hitting the server properly. ID is equal to 3 because it's already a number. Okay, even if it is a number, no problem for parsing. I think it's still saying like what happened. So here we are getting. I think something wrong. Something wrong. It is giving the. So if you see, it is updated, right? Samantha Ritu Prabhu. It is just added a new resource. ID is equal to 3, 10, 9, 8, 5, 4, 3. Yeah, it's still there. Can anyone tell me what's the reason for this? Really, I don't know. What was my mistake? Just a minute, just find out what's the mistake. What's the mistake? Just a minute, just a minute. I'll stop this server. Clear on index because I just added a console.log index. I should get that index number. User is okay. User is not available. That is fine, but it should give a index number, right, for me. Why it is not logging index number? Actually, it is executing two things. It is here we are getting the user details. Oh my god! Oh my god! What's the mistake? What's the mistake? I'm not sure. At least it should give the response, right? At least index. Any guesses? What's wrong? This time, for namesake, I will go with the terminal. The server is up and running. Put localhost 3000 users 3. We should get at least index number. Oh my god! Oh my god! Tell me what's the mistake. I understand what is my mistake. Tell me.
It's console logging the whole index. I mean the
Okay, it is
object.
giving the whole object. Why it is giving the whole object? What's the mistake at line number 281? What we are trying here? What we need? Index, right?
We need I. Yeah.
If we need index, which method we need to use?
Find index, I think. Or
Find index, right?
Find
If you
index.
find, it will return the
yeah,
resource, right? Yeah. Of course, if I do mistake, okay, that is fine. But you are observing the code, right? You should be able to easily find out my mistakes. At least we can find others' mistake easily, right? Okay, fine. It's good. It's good at least. If we do mistakes, we can learn more. Control J, Control C now. Hopefully it will work. Okay. Well, the terminal is there. That's why we should just add console.logs and debug. Okay, even I will help you how to debug the code in coming sessions. Okay, right now the server is up and running, so I want to update the existing resource. Yeah, so if you see, we got the response with updated user details. Yeah, so that here in the terminal, let's cross check. If you see, we got only 10 items. Definitely the third item is updated already. The updated details. If you see, yeah, it's perfect. Like Samantha Ritu Prabhu and Banjara Hills. Understood, everyone?
yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Got it.
Understood. Okay, who are watching this video, just click on that like button and just add a comment, because most of the students have a confusion between what is the difference between the put and patch and post. So it should reach many people. Okay, so that, because if you add comments, YouTube will forward this video. YouTube will suggest this video to many people, so that in that way we can help others. Of course, whether they like or not doesn't matter. At least it should reach to more people. Okay, now suppose we have done with one, right? Suppose if the resource is already available, it is going to update it, right? And if I do if I do 33, what should happen?
It will create a new
It will create a new resource. So for the time, of course, I'm giving the same details, but here make sure at least we should not do this kind of mistakes, right? Here, if you give a id as 33, here if you do id is equal to 3, that's a foolish thing. Okay, of course, our server should validate whether user is sending details properly or not. That we can implement later. So, but I don't know whether the user id is available with this 33. So, but I'm just trying to update it. So, what will happen if you see? Click. Now we should get the generic message. The user is not available, so that we created a new resource. Yes, I'm very happy about that. So now just cross check the new item. Definitely we will get a new item with ID 33 and the same details. Okay. Now tell me, everyone understand what is the difference between, of course, even we should implement patch also, that we can implement. But before that, understood how to deal with a put now?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, very, very good. Okay, now I will tell you what is the score, because I know India versus Australia match is going. Rohit Sharma is there. It is a really, really great chase. Then don't worry. Uh, let's check the scoreboard. Oh my God, we lost 3 wickets. Oh, Rohit, I thought Rohit is going to come up with a century, but he got out. 81. Virat Kohli at 50. And okay, okay. Hopefully we are in a good position. Don't worry. Uh, Tell me whether you are going to practice now itself, or you want to watch the match. That is your choice. Tell me, match or practice?
Practice.
Practice. Okay. So then, yeah, if you want to watch the match, no problem. You can drop off the. So this is it for today. Tomorrow we are going to understand how to deal with the patch, because this is a heavy thing. So it's you need some time to practice and digest the concept. If you want
Yeah, I
to,
think we need to go through video once again.
yeah, okay. So that is your choice. Okay. If you want to do practice, do practice now itself, or we can do one thing. We can drop off and enjoy the match. After that, do practice and give me the confirmation. Okay, is it okay? And still we have 9 minutes, so that if you have any questions, ask me. Yeah, we can go with the question and answers in this 9 minutes. Meanwhile, I will just check if anyone is there in a YouTube. Any questions, or even if you want to share your code which you have done a practice from last 2 3 days in this 9 minutes. Meanwhile, I will just check. Okay, fine. I think only one person who is watching. It's me only. Okay, so that don't no worries. Okay, any questions?
No, sir.
No. Okay, I will ask questions. Who is going to win this match? Tell me genuinely, according to this scoreboard. Situation. It's already 27 overs completed. It's 171 score, loss of 3 wickets. Still, we have 7 wickets and 22 overs, and we need to score 182. Tell me who's going to win.
India.
Okay, still this it is showing 52% chances for India. Okay, of course we are Indians. Hopefully we can say India. Okay, if you don't have any questions, no problem. Just enjoy the day, enjoy the match, and but please do practice. This is very important topic, and just note down in your notebook or somewhere that this is the most important question. What is the difference between the put and patch, and what is the difference between the post and put? Definitely they will expect this answer, whether you are aware of that, we can create a new resource with the help of put also. So yeah, if you are clearly aware of this thing, that's the happiest thing. That's all for today. I'll see you again tomorrow. Anya, tell me.
No, nothing.
Okay, fine. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.
Bye bye, sir. Thank you.